Because mailbox
school me. What's
or delivery? This is something the post office is trying to do everywhere to cut labor.
Wow, who knew?
Who knew? Tell you.
Traffic. It's not. There's going to be a play area over here. Then there'll be a pedestrian, and then that whole other has access on the
I mean, it was just real tight curls, but it was so no, she had one. I mean,
staff that will direct you after the program. But it's really, for me, it's a pleasure because I used to live in this neighborhood. Wonderful. I want to introduce my board president, Ferry.
Hello, my name is Mina Minelli, if you don't know me by now. And I just want to take an opportunity to really say how proud I am to work with Sayla and her staff and all the wonderful work that they do in the community. What they do is they don't just build houses, they really build a sense of neighborhoods and a sense of community. And they do such a great job. And I see so many wonderful partners of ours who help us put all these communities, great culturally diverse neighborhood in the city of New Haven, and it's so deserving of all this wonderful work that we've put into it and all our partners have put into it. And I just want to applaud Sayla for her efforts and her staff really embracing green and energy efficiency building. And just to let you know that all the units, the 24 units that we put up here are all Energy Star and energy efficient units. Oh, I see a former friend of ours. And I encourage you to be a former friend of ours. He just distracted me. But we're all friends here. Anyway, so I encourage you to go through these wonderful vehicle units. Once again, they have all the Energy Star appliances in them. They're gorgeous. I have to, just before I take the program back to Sayla, just acknowledge two people that are here. Kelly, she's here from the City of New Haven, Deputy Economic Development Director, and I see so many other people I wanted to say thank you to, but I'm not. And also I wanted to acknowledge Bill Hendricks, who's here from Rosa DeLore's office. And thank you for being here, and thank you to all our friends and our funders who helped make this possible. And that's it. Thanks.
And as Mina said, I mean, all of our units are energy efficient. All of our units have Energy Star appliances, and we have been able to use about 70% of the materials are considered green. So as you see the siding, take the siding out of the equation because we had that way we have to use siding. But I really have to thank the Connecticut Housing Finance Authority because they were willing to work with us on this new approach to affordable housing because we just don't want to build affordable housing. We want to build quality affordable homes for our families. And I'm going to introduce Tim Cabbage, Vice President of Development for Connecticut Housing.
I'll be quiet. It's always fun to come down to Sayla's events because the food's so good. Now, unfortunately, I eat the sandwiches, I go right for the brownies. I always have to run after I get back from one of the events. I want to thank you for inviting me here. It's fun to see something that starts at a ground. I was here at the groundbreaking. My picture was in there. And now we're here at the ribbon cutting. It's wonderful to see things done. And the other couple other points I'd like to make. One is Connecticut should be very proud of itself. This supportive housing program, our effort to work with the homeless and provide support has won a national award. The Harvard School of Business, the JFK School of Business, won a national award. We get calls every day from other states saying, how are you doing this? How are you working with this? And the reason is a number of reasons. One is the cooperations with the other branches of government, DSS, DEMAS, us, our friends, anybody here from our friends at DECD. Everybody's in the same room trying to get this done. And trust me, in government, that doesn't happen a lot. There's no bureaucracy. Well, there's always a thing like that. We're all in here to get it done. And, you know, working with the not-for-profits and groups like Sayla to get things done. She gets things done. Sayla and I go back, and we always, every once in a while, we knows, she knows what am I doing, what is she doing, but she gets things done. And that's what we value most at CHFA. We got something, we started, we finished it. The other thing that I'd like to mention, and this is for the community, is the greatness of a community, a city or a state, is measured on how it houses all of its citizens. From the young, to the old, to the people that can pay market rate, to the people that need housing and need support. And that's why this is so important. It shows that communities coming together and you're working together to house all your citizens. And I really appreciate that, and we appreciate being part of this. So again, thank you very much for inviting me. We're here to help. The government, we're here to help. And thank you very much, and have a great afternoon.
Before you won, we were thinking, what is something special that we can give? I didn't want to do black because I
So we're going to $10.
Oh, no, black. It's not like it's worth a lot of money because they have to support the government. So I have to be something that, you know, I put a lot of effort. So I went by to look at the pictures. So the bad thing is that if you don't like people that are next to you, you're going to have to just cover their faces. But just to say thank you.
Wonderful. More from the ethics committee.
No, that was the cheapest one. That is why. Well, that was actually a collage of pictures from 2000 and all the events that Tim has been part of since he was in the UCD. I also would like to introduce Ian Russo. The collaboration, I mean, the city is just great to work with for us, for some other people.
I'm here to speak for two people, myself and for the mayor. So on behalf of myself and LCI, certainly it's been a pleasure working with Sayla and Mutual Housing, not only in this project, but all their. I know this started 6-7 years ago, and Dave, I think you remember the things we went through 6 years ago trying to get this project even to a point where we could think about starting. And now here it is. We've been through our groundbreaking, and now we're ready to start occupying. So the part that LCI plays, I think, is is great, and working with them and the other people that have funded this is a great pleasure. Now, on behalf of the mayor, who sends his regrets he could not be here. But I've been asked to read a few things. We'd like to congratulate Sayla and the other members here, Brack 48, one of our premier minority developers, contractors who actually use people from the community. Shanae, who was a big part of this project manager, I believe. John Rowland and Francis Martin from the Connecticut Corporation of Supportive Housing, Carla Weil from Great Lakes Loan Fund, Jim Coppage, of course, Lisa Taylor from the National Equity Fund, who came in from New York. Where's Lisa? And as you know, the city considers quality housing one of its most important goals. Like the Housing Authority's projects at Monterey and Q Terrace, this project is aggressively reshaping our public affordable housing, and the mutual seller job reflects the mayor's housing goals of creating neighborhoods across the city where families can thrive, where we have vibrant, livable communities with residents who feel empowered. But the mayor knows we can't do this alone. This development is a symbol of the potency of community development. It's my understanding that people who will be occupying these properties also automatically become leaders of the mutual housing decision-making board. That's correct, at least for this here. And they will make decisions on how their neighborhood is run, and will be involved in creating future such neighborhoods. So on behalf of the mayor, I want to thank you. We truly believe that this is the kind of project that is the what New Haven is about: affordable housing, livable neighborhoods, and a livable city. Thank you.
I'd like to call our older person, Dalia Castro.
Good afternoon, everyone. For me, it's a great pleasure to be here where it's going to be the community room and share this celebration that means a lot to Fairhaven and to New Haven on how we take care of business here, how a lot of people get together and work very hard. I always say that it's very important when we celebrate to recognize, the one that is bigger than everything and that makes things happen, and it's our God. And I just wanted to have a prayer with Evan, if you could step in and have a prayer so that we can be blessed completely.
I'm going to say to all of us to bow our heads in whatever higher power you believe in. And just to bless this time and this beautiful development that the city and all different residents of the community work together for. We want to thank you for giving us the strength and the effort to go forward and develop these new things for the glory of your name. We want to thank all the people involved in this community, the city. We want to thank the city members. We want to thank all the residents, all the people that marketed it, all the people that worked hard at doing even the menial jobs. And we want to bless this community, that everything that is done in this community center, in this housing development, will be for the glory of your name, and that it will be something that sets the model for all other wards. And we ask this in Christ's name.
I wanted to bring forward a citation from the Board of Aldermen to Sheila Mosquera Bruno, Executive Director, celebrating opening of 24 affordable housing units on Ferry Street and Poplar Street. These beautiful units are energy efficient and will ensure that future generations will be able to see the history, the lives in our neighborhood. We hope that this truly exemplary housing development will encourage others to take active roles in the betterment of the community. We applaud you for your contributions in making this housing units and harmonious reality for the residents of Fairhaven. Congratulations on your work. Job well done. And for all the concerts that will follow, so you will get. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We are also property managers, if many of you don't know that. But we also have a partner in this development, and that is Home Recovery. And I think that Ann is here. One more person for supporting us with the message we would like.
One of the advantages of being last on the agenda is that you can brief and no one cares. I just want to say that the Corporate for Supportive Housing is excited about this project. It's one of 18 pilots of supportive housing projects throughout the state. And I have to say that after walking through these units the last few days, it is great to be able to say that affordable supportive housing doesn't necessarily always have to be just functional individuals. These units are quite charming, and I think that anyone would be happy to be here. And we helped everyone, we thanked everyone today that's here. And I want to be the first one to represent the soon-to-be tenants of this building and say thank you too. Because it's going to be beautiful. We're going to live here, we're going to do well here, we're going to prosper here, and your community approach to this whole project is very well done. We've been excited about this project from the very beginning, trying to take investment plan for the longest of the day, and I know Carl was here though. These are folks that are going to make sure that this property functions well, and it serves the tenants well. And I'm proud to say, as the person who lives in New Haven, developments like this need to happen more often. And hopefully, with people like Sale behind it will. Okay. That person should be happy.
Yeah, Tony Lyons.
Just briefly, NEF I think put about $4 million into this deal, just a little bit of money, and we do a lot of work with for-profits and non-profits here in Connecticut and all over the country. And I just got to say, looking around this site, if you hear comparisons between what for-profits are doing and non-profits, And nothing's against for-profits, but you know, a lot of times you see these new construction projects out in a farmland somewhere, which is creating sprawl, which is not really adding to our cities and revitalizing our cities. And then you compare it to something like this, which is, you know, infill housing. It's created new units, it's rehabbed existing units, it's got environmental issues, it's got relocation issues, it's got it's green building, it's new market, it's new urbanism, it's got all the things going for it that it's very challenging for any developer to do, let alone a nonprofit. So I would challenge anyone in this room to name you know, a for-profit that could do the kind of work that Mutual is doing here in New Haven. And it's just not happening except for groups like this. So I just really commend Sayla and her staff and her board, and just thrilled that we could be a part of it. So thank you.
Day is here, and I'll just take a few minutes from here. Let me just tell you that we received 720 pre-applications for this development. We only had 150 for those 720 qualified income families. And for that, we selected 70 people from which we have to go through a scoring system. And we have our 24 families ready to move in November 1st. Some here.
I'm sorry I'm late. We missed it at the conference and I was rushing back. Thankfully there was no traffic. I just want to start off by thanking Sayla and Shanae, not only for the families that are going to live at this project, but for a number of families across the city in a variety of different programs, actually. And I just want to say that they work excellent together, and they are the epitome of what good collaboration should be. And I know we have the gals here from also Cornerstone and the Four Seasons Connection too. So if we can just give them a hand. You all here, I'll just take an opportunity to do a 2-minute pitch on Haven Home Recovery. We're a nonprofit that incorporated in 1990. We operate 2 emergency homeless shelters for women and children and 4 supportive housing programs throughout the city. We actually provide shelter and supportive housing to just about 550 men, women, and children last year. And if you are interested in hearing any more about the agency or the programs that we offer, visit our website at www.nhhr.org. Or if you want to volunteer, we're always looking for volunteers as well. I just want to say that we're really thankful to the Connecticut Housing Finance Authority, the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, and the Department of Social Services to make these 24 units supportive. Supported housing is extremely important and extremely necessary for families who are suffering from long-term homelessness and chronic homelessness. And we're just very excited that they were invested in working with families, in funding a program such as this. And like I said, I'm very excited that we're partnering with Mutual Housing, and we're looking forward to opening this program here. Thanks again.
Thank you. It's very important to her, especially when we have blighted properties and there's not enough equity and they convinced that it's a good project. And very difficult on funds, they get nervous. And they say, this is like a sour project. So we got something really serious. So that we do underwrite our developments and our projects. You can come And the decoration is actually the plan for the Ferry Street development. Let's say our name. We have no such rule. I was looking at both of you. Santiago Martinez. You know, the thing was that they lent us about $500,000 to buy the properties, all these properties that nobody else would give us the money to buy, and that right now I'm happy we have. So thank you very much. Very pleased to work with a group like Mutual Housing, and you know,
Other lenders may not be able to come into the time that we can, but we know that the partners like CHFA and CSH, that there are those who are going to make this happen, and we're very pleased to be able to come in and be a part of it.
Yeah, although I always complain because